this abusive litigation. Now, look, I think that you know that Blake. I think Blake might just say, "Let's not go after attorney's fees or anything else. Just let's fucking have this be over with." But yeah, they could sue him for filing a frivolous lawsuit. You know what I mean? Um, but there you go. It's over for Baldoni. So not really what a lot of people expected. Although I'm sure a lot of you are going to claim injustice and that the judge was paid off in this corrupt world that we live in. So I could already hear both sides of what's going to happen here. Um, that is that. Oh, well, rentals in the Hamptons are down 30% this summer. Just so you know. Which is the best news I ever heard. It will be less crowded. Okay, sorry. Let's not read all the news here, David. I thought that was interesting, though. In real time, Baldoni's case thrown out of court, and Lively just made the statement via her attorneys. Okay, well, there's an exercise where there's going to be painting, and each housewife is going to be paired with a different guy, like someone you're not interested in, to try to just suss out and give the other ladies advice. Like Gizelle's not with Mark or Phil, she's with Mark, who was interested in Luann. Anyway, James can't help himself. He is just running over to Lou. He just can't stay away. And it comes out, we learn that, and this is very important later in the episode, Earl has two homes. Earl the Pearl has two homes, and Gizelle is very impressed. Not Shannon. She wants to know what Buzzkill Bador, wants to know why does he have a second home if it's not on the water? She is very. I never realized Shannon was such a fucking snob. You know what I mean? A little out of touch, kind of like Ramona. Oh. I have Ramona tea. Now it's kind of here's some tea actually. It's from a reliable source who told me not to mention this on air, but well, we're here at Patreon, aren't we? I heard, you hang around the Hamptons long enough, girls. Although I'm in LA today, I heard that Ramona, Ramona's guy that she was so into that she's had for like the past 2 or 3 or 4 years. How long is, well, Roni's been off for at least 2 seasons. She probably had this guy for like 3 years. I was out one night and I heard the loudest noise, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And they're all over at the table. When Chaz Dean was here, the celebrity hairstylist, he told a story about how Ramona's guy was behaving so badly in a restaurant, so loud. Well, turns out that this guy broke up with Ramona, which I wouldn't wish that anyone. And it also turns out that he is, I don't know if any of this is true, that he is just like a total fucking alcoholic and drinks even more than her. I don't, and then this person went on to tell me how much of an alcoholic Ramona was. She really isn't. I have to be honest with you. I mean, out of the Roni ladies, there's three that I can think of that are the ones we should worry about, and it ain't Ramona. I mean, let's be honest. Number one, it's very honest. Number one is Sonia, the biggest alcoholic to ever exist in the Roni franchise, and I would say number two is Slorinda. I would never want to be at Bluestone Manor. It's just not my scene. But I heard Ramona, this guy dumped her, and he's an alcoholic, and she's not really upset. I heard Ramona is more upset, of course, about all the wrong things. The fact that he was loaded. She's upset that she doesn't have the money anymore. But I don't think she's really upset. Ramona's living her best life. Listen, she's doing better than Sonia. In a way, I think she's happier than Dorinda, but let's not get sidetracked. Well, Shannon's a total snob, and she is just disgusted that Earl's second house is not on the water. Luann, we start talking about fetishes during the painting, and we learn that Luann has a hat fetish, which, to be honest with you, I don't think I've seen Luann in the past 2 years when I have seen her in Sag Harbor without a hat. So who knew? Of course, she then relates this to her cabaret and explains that it's for her cabaret and because people wear hats in cabaret, which, I mean, people wear hats in cabaret, the actual Broadway musical, but I didn't really know that you had to wear a hat in any cabaret. This is why Luann wears a hat all the time. This is why it's an advertisement for the cabaret. Well, I mean, look, I can't shame anybody for advertising their stuff all the time. Like if I were to tell you how great one of my products is, like what product should I tell you? You know what product really is? And this isn't an ad because you can go to the main show and hear what an ad is. There's about 37 to 90 ads in each episode. But honestly and truly, if I was going to tell you about anything right now, I would tell you about cornbread hemp. Cornbreadhemp.com/velvet. Cornbreadhemp.com/velvet. You get 30% off their gummies. And if you think I do this job and can deal with life and can deal with all this bullshit in the Bravo world without cornbreadhemp.com/velvet, 30% off, pop in one of their gummies. But I also love that they have different things. Like, actually, the sleep gummies are my favorite because I don't know. Don't we all need a little help sleeping? And I fucking hate sleeping pills. I hate sleeping pills. They're not for me. With this cornbread hemp, you wake up, you're calm. But that's why she does it. That's why she wears a hat. It's all for the cabaret. Okay, well, we learn that James, his fetish, what is James's fetish? And he lets us know that his fetish is dating a housewife. And Luann is very upset because that's her guy. And she lets us know that is not a fetish. That's called a fame whore. Or she says fame monger. I say fame whore. So there you go. Now, meanwhile, Ashley is trying to decide between her two guys. And this guy, Mitch, out of nowhere says, I like Luann. And Ashley's like, you got to get in there. And then Mitch lets us know the way that James speaks to Luann is so inappropriate. Now, he doesn't really do anything inappropriate. He just says that she's my girlfriend and I'm madly in love with her, which everyone else thinks is very strange because, like, let's be honest, you've known Luann for about 2 weeks. But regardless, doesn't really seem to stop James. And hey, we'll get to this later. Luann actually seems to kind of like it. Anyway, it's all irrelevant because now look, it's none of my business, but Luann posts those pictures. Is she engaged? Is she not engaged? She now has revealed that she's been dating this guy in the Hamptons. I know the guy. Hampton's a very small town. I've met the guy before. I've met the guy. It's funny because I did not meet him through Luann, but I've hung out with him in Luann many times. So they're calling him a Hamptons real estate broker. When they met, that's really none of my business. But my point is, I think everyone believes, look, Luann needed to let us know she had a boyfriend, and she couldn't let us know as she was doing press for Love Hotel. So, what better to let us know than to stage a